Hey guys, it's Fallendice, and welcome to another episode of Minecraft Adventures with Fallendice, episode 3. Um, last time I was talking about wanting to do some piston things, and definitely one thing you need as far as for doing any, cool things with pistons, obviously, is sticky pistons. And I also mentioned, that we would need to use probably a slime farm. So I got started on one, and actually just digging out the basics of the slime farm, I actually ended up with quite a few. So I got a really good spawning spot that I dug out, and looking online, I found a really cool automated, so I don't have to actually go down, beat on them way of doing this. So I am in the process of converting what I have into that. Also, just kind of showing you how the storage room has turned out. See, I put in all my signs now, and I changed the entrance a little bit here. Okay, if I can actually walk through, so it looks a little nicer. One of the things I'm definitely going to need as far as for this, besides digging everything out, is a lot of wood. I'm going to be making quite a few signs. So we're going to come into my tree farm here and do some harvesting. Looks like I pretty much filled out all the way, so I'm just going to start walking through and just clearing it all up. I won't spend the whole time here recording this, but I just figured I would show this off now that, the farm actually produced. You can see it's actually really convenient and easy way to farm logs and wood. So yeah, so anyways, I'm gonna finish gathering my wood here, and then we will proceed down to my slime pit and we'll continue from there. Alrighty, I'm ready to head down now. You see, I brought with me some water, lots of wood, some tools, brought a chest and everything. That way I shouldn't have to come back up here between now and when I finish this all up. So let's head on down. I do also intend on putting in my railroad here one of these days. Getting a longer and longer trek to get down where I'm going. So yeah, so what I did, if y'all remember, this is the my 3 levels of my mining. I put in the first part of my outline for my mine here. You can kind of see what I'm saying. So it's a big, large square. What I'll do is I'll leave 2 for the wall, go 2 in, 2 for the wall. So not really part of this area, but I figured since we're walking by, we're showing. You can see there's a big gaping hole in here, so it'll kind of interrupt what I'm doing a little bit, but not too bad. And then when I came down here, I just decided to take a chance, and I went off this direction, which eventually will be part of the mine as well. I'll go, full square around. But I went a ways past what I intend on mining, and ended up coming to where a section is going to start. So this right here, if you look up 314, it was 314.96 right here. It was 2 chunks. Basically, that's a chunk there, that's a chunk there. And then if you end up in the middle, it's pretty much, this right here is pretty much the center of 4 chunks. And this is actually, so far, before I did this part here, this used to go down a couple levels. In order to put the automated farm in, I had to bring it up a couple levels so I could do some stuff with water. And now I'm going through, and it's going to be each one of these pads here, which is where the slimes will spawn on. Could be 2 high, and then 3 up between here and the ceiling. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they're 12 by 12 pads, and there'll be, like I said, 4 of them. And then they're all the water is going to end up pushing everything into the middle here, where they'll go up 4 ladders up here. They'll get combined into one separate section. And these will all be the little ones. It's actually going to be a grinder that's going to turn the larger slimes into smaller slimes, and by the time it gets to the surface, they'll just be little slimes going straight to an actual holding tank, and then when I'm ready to harvest them, I just flip a switch and I get slime balls. So the design for this was by 777 Static 777. I'll go ahead and put that in the description as well, so if you want to actually go and watch his, it's like a 5-part, one single stream, but it goes in 5 sections. He kind of describes how to find the slimes, and then the design of the room, and then putting it all together. And I'll do some of that in mine too, but yeah, if you want to go see the original and see how he did it, I think it's about a 35-40 minute video, so mine, obviously this is going to end up in 15 minutes, so I'll have to cut a lot more than he did. So, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and stop recording here, and I'm going to go ahead and take these other 3 pads and level them out to this, and then when I'm ready to start putting the water part in, I will go ahead and pick this back up. So see y'all in a little bit. Okay, so we got a little work done here. You can see I've got basically one corner of this working, and then what I'll do is I'll show how this, explain it, and then I'll kind of start to do it, but that way you don't have to watch me do the whole thing. But so what we do is we got like little 3 block sections with a single slab over there. Because of this, when you fall in, it's like a step, so the water will just keep pushing you straight up and over. And then by putting it on both sides, it causes you to go down the center channel. When you hit the center channel, again, it's got one of these. It's going to take you over here, and this is the drowning part. This is what's going to drown the large slimes. Since they're too big to fit inside the center channel, they will be up in this area, and they will be unable to move through, and they will drown. Once they drown, they become the smaller ones, which can then fit down into the center channel here, and they'll be led over here to the ladder. In case you didn't know, slimes climb ladders. So that is the purpose of this whole thing, is as they come off the ledges here to the water, regardless of where they fall, they will end up in the channel here. These are actually going to be built up higher, so they can't just hop over, but they'll be forced into the channel. The larger ones, of course, will drown, turn into smaller ones, which will all then be forced into the center channel and make their way up where we can harvest them. Something else I did here too, any block that you have, say torch or any of the stuff I'm using for while I'm building up here, is a block that they cannot spawn on. So eventually I'm going to make my first nether run. Once I do and I get some glowstone, I will replace that. But for now, by making sure that you're never more than 2 blocks in between a torch, you keep the light level of 7, which prevents any hostile mob from spawning in here, but also still allows slime, which can spawn in any light. So that is the plan for what we're going to do here. And now what I'll go ahead and do is I'm going to, down in this corner here where I haven't actually cut anything out, I'll go ahead and cut one section to kind of show you how we're going to do it, and then explain a little more of the signs. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to go ahead and start in the corner over here. We'll go ahead and 2 blocks in, so the 3rd block we'll go ahead and start digging down, and what we're going to do is we're going to dig it 3 by 3. Then we'll go ahead, take our half slabs, put those in, and then the block in the middle, we'll stick a sign. On top of that we'll put another sign, and on the other side we'll put in a 3rd sign. By the way, the number of signs for this is immense. It's going to take probably 3 to 4 logs, or stacks of logs, to be able to make all the signs and everything. So anyways, come over here again, let's go over 2, 3rd one in, we go ahead and drop down, and we make our 3 by 3, put in our half slabs, go ahead and put in our signs, put the double on the inside, do over here, doesn't leave me any dirt. No, I didn't. Well, put the water deer on the corner, and you see it goes straight down the side. Going to take the least path of least resistance. So what we'll do is we'll help that along by putting that there, putting that there, and then we'll just go ahead and cut them or mine them. And now you see, there it is, pushing you all the way over. Signs are here to prevent it from going over when we put the water here, so we can have a continual going. So then what we're going to do here is we'll skip 1, 2, 3. And actually, let me make sure I'm doing this, because I don't want to do it incorrectly. I think it's 3 between them. I'll make sure. And nope, looks like it's only 2 between them. Okay, so I'm glad I checked. Let's get it back over there. Alright. Alright, so 2, so then we go 1, 2, 3 again. And as before, I'm going to do the same thing again. Put in our half slabs. 3 signs. That leaves 2. Okay, so then over here we'll do the same thing. Skip 2 in, so 2. Alright. Half slab. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Alright. Here, that way I can take the pick a little easier. Alright. So, and then it was 1 block in. Okay. 1 block in, and then over here, 2 blocks. Alrighty. Alright, so here we are. 1 block in, so we've got 1, 2, 3. And the thing to make sure too when you're doing this is always make sure that the slabs are pointing to the center. That is very important to keep them moving towards the collector. Alright, so there's 1, here's a 1, 2, and now from this point we're going to take it all the way in. This, and we're going to take and cut our center channel. This is what's going to allow the small slimes to make it all the way. Alright, let's do this because I'm going to need a bunch of signs, and I'm probably going to have to make it back up to my chest to get some more. But what we're going to do is start at the top, then we're going to go down to a corner, and then 1, oops, 2, 3, and that's my son telling me to press play. So let me go get some more signs. I will be right back. Alright, so actually, look at the time. I could either highly condense and cut the last episode here, and I just get a feel that it would be much too short. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this episode here, and then we'll pick it back up and finish it off in part 2 of episode 3. So thank you for watching. Again, as always, if you like this, please like it. Subscribe for future episodes and future content. And thank you for watching.